Hi you guys, it's me Gigi. So I have decided to turn my golden gossip into kind of like a vlog style because in this season of my life, I'm no longer called to write things out. I am called to use my voice more. And so this is something that I'm practicing in order to promote another side of my business that I will be launching here soon. And so with that being said, I just kind of wanted to come on. I'm going to come on every Monday and I'm going to share golden gossips. Basically, these will be golden gossips that I've learned throughout this week. So what I'm doing is going back to 9/9 through 9/16. And so I'm going to share some of the things. The first thing I learned is pay attention to what others say, because within their stories, within their opinions of others, they will show you exactly who they are. And so this past week, I always pay attention to what people are saying. But this past week, I was just in a space where I would be talking. Every person that I talked to, I would just kind of let them talk, or I would share something with them and kind of wait to see, you know, what their opinion is or what this and that was. And I noticed some people that I've probably had around that kind of don't resonate with who I am today, or that maybe they do resonate, but it's just like, I still got to kind of watch you or whatever. And so basically, if a person is showing you and telling you who they are, pay attention to their stories, pay attention to what they're saying, what they're doing, because when they show you who they are, and they will, believe them. Don't trust the representative. Don't trust what you think that they are supposed to be. Don't just see the lighter side of them. Pay attention to everything that they show. Second thing, it is so hard to be grateful when you are struggling within what you prayed for. What that means for me is this past week, I had gone through so many trials and tribulations, and it doesn't fit the abundance that I was promised. When I got called into the space that I'm in right now, I was told, okay, you know, you do these things, X, Y, and Z, you're going to be having abundance. You're going to be living in this. And this past week, I had direct representations and so many divine messages of this being my last week of even poverty consciousness within my bloodline. Like the poverty mindset is being broken off of my bloodline, my lineage, and it's because of the work that I'm doing. I've had revelation of that, yet it didn't match what I was being shown, to the point of I was literally teaching last week, and in the middle, I was working remote, in the middle of teaching, and then my freaking power shut off, and I was like, oh my goodness, I started cracking up laughing just because I was like, this does not look like abundance flowing in. And I did have the money to go pay it, but it was just the fact that I went from auto pay to I have to literally physically like monitor all my things because I just have so much here. Nevertheless, the lesson that I gained from it was so beautiful and so divine, and I was so grateful within it, because even at the end of it, I still had to end the day with a gratitude list and still knowing that I already seen the promised land. So therefore, I'm not going to let any obstacles that the earth tries to throw my way deter me from the vision and the guidance I've already received. So that was another important lesson to take with you. Golden gossip. Number 3, don't stop believing in what God shows you, even when the promise doesn't fit your reality. And so that kind of ties into number 2, it all ties together basically. But yeah, it's just like, don't stop believing. I might have repeated that, whatever. If I did, I'm sorry, but just pay attention. Whatever you were promised, it's going to happen. Number 4, stay true to you. So this is something I've struggled with kind of throughout my whole life. It's always been a thing where I was like, oh my God, you know, I'm in certain rooms and I'll dim my light or try to be this and that. And this past week, I was placed into so many situations where I had to speak up for myself or show up as myself or whatever. And it ended up being so favorable, like in every aspect. So stay true to you. You really don't know what opportunities you're going to gain from doing that, and also what people you'll meet. Number 5, do you believe that God would send you someone like that? Is that what you believe you are worthy of? This was a lesson that I've learned because I'm in a season right now of singleness. I'm in a season right now of, okay, I'm building, I'm doing this and that. And I have people, you know, suitors coming around, and every time I meet someone new or they do something, I'm asking myself, do I believe that God would send me someone like that? Do I believe that that is what I am worthy of? If you're going to be a divine suitor for me, then that means that you will show up in a divine way. I should be able to see the divinity within you. And if I cannot see the divinity within you, that means that the Most High didn't send you for me. Doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean any of that. But it does mean that I'm a special type of person. So I need a special type of person that's going to match my energy. Rather, if it doesn't mean financially, all that stuff. That's materialistic. It means your spirit. Like, how are you going to carry me? How are you going to communicate with me? How are you going to build an empire? Like, what are we doing here? And so pay attention to that and ask yourself, when you're with somebody, are you treating me in a way that I feel that I am worthy of? Or does this feel like I'm settling in any capacity? So that was another lesson that I learned. Number 6, when we transition, meaning go to sleep, pass on, transition, the tombstone has the date that you were born and the date that you transitioned. In between is a dash. What will your dash stand for? And so I was watching the Hughleys on Netflix, and he said that, and it just stopped me in my tracks, because it's fairly true. Like, even if you believe in multiple lifetimes, we only live this lifetime, this time. So when we transition, that tombstone, it's going to say your name. It's going to say, you know, whatever words your family wanted to leave. But ultimately, you have the day you were born and the day you transitioned. What is that dash going to represent for you? What did you do in between those times? Like, who were you? What is your legacy? What are you leaving here? And so really focus in on that. That is all we're here for. Like, what is purpose? What is your purpose? What will you leave here when you're leaving? And the last one, there are no bad days, there are only bad moments. My best friend always says that, because sometimes, you know, you'll call her and be like, I had such a bad day on Saturday. And she'll be like, there are no bad days, there are only bad moments. And she's right, because sometimes you will allow one thing that happens to spill over into the rest of your day, and then you attract bad moments. But I can promise you, if you see it for what it is, learn the lesson from it, accept the irritation, feel the emotion of it, and then let it pass you on, you will realize that it was just a moment in time, almost like a blink. Some of the times, we don't even remember the most irritating thing about a day. And it could have been like that day, it made your whole day spiral. 4 years from now, will you think of that day like, oh, I remember going to McDonald's and that car cut me off? No. It won't be significant. So we give a lot of energy to bad moments, perceived bad moments, that it really wasn't even worth it. So anyways, this is going to be something I'm doing every Monday. I hope that these messages hit somebody. This is my new version of Golden Gossip. So yeah, that's what I heard.